house of the Magdalenas. Some of the women who in the 60s were imprisoned by their families in these houses of the Magdalenas. Prisons ran by nuns. These women would have been better off in real prisons rather than in these places where they were supposed to be protected, but rather they were exploited. Ireland was one of those countries devastated by poverty, and the assistance of social services was overcrowded. The families suffered under great pressure to have their children, who had stained their good name, institutionalized and placed in the care and trust of the priests. Families were encouraged by the church to commit their children to this illegal imprisonment of wash houses of the Magdalenas. At the start of the 20th century, when these houses were handed over to the Catholic Church, that put a massive and more severe regimen in place. The care of these houses was placed in the hands of the nuns, that obligated these children to wash the white clothes of the hotels, universities, and institutions 10 to 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, without any recompense. Society that searched for the youth in the state or in danger of a normal life considered this to be the best form of abolishing their sins. For the girls, upon arriving, their hairs were cut, had their baptismal names changed for a holy Catholic one, and eliminated all contact with the outside world. They were not allowed books, magazines, and any contact with their families. Much of the aforementioned internals described their existence in the wash houses. It was worse than being in prison. The Magdalena wash houses denied including the minimum amount of rights that were maintained in any prison. Detained against their will, some of these women spent their lives imprisoned behind the walls of the convents of the Magdalenas. They lived and died away from the outside world. The fact that they were in these institutions was such a great shame that many have hidden, including many have ran and hid. A pregnancy outside of marriage was considered outside the grace of Christ, and the child of these sinners was considered to be in danger of being lost throughout the 7 generations that followed. The children of these unknown mothers were sent to the orphanages until the age of 17, after which they were sent to the houses of the Magdalenas for the pardoning of the sins of their mothers. In these houses of the Magdalenas, they lived with hunger and abusive beatings. In 1996, the last of the Magdalena houses were closed, leaving some 40 to 50 women who were left feeling incapable of facing the outside world. To this date, the Catholic Church has not asked for forgiveness, nor have they paid any indemnity. Most of these women left Ireland to try and live their lives in England, or maybe as far away as possible. It is estimated that 30,000 women lived and died in these Magdalena houses.